Hello everyone that's jumping on. This is not a free live tarot readings today, okay? I'm doing a collective. Hi Stella, hi Kritika, I hope you guys are doing good. I'd like to try and incorporate a daily collective, even if it's for 20 minutes. We'll wait for a few more people to jump on. I'd like to try and do this daily. I'll see how I go. Yeah, I'm going to start talking actually. I'm good, thank you. We'll wait for a few more people. And I will put the timestamp where the reading actually starts below. So talk amongst yourselves, say hello. Okay. Alright, those cards are ready. And if it's only us three, that's fine. Two. So don't go anywhere. This is your daily collective for today. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring forward. How are you feeling, guys, after the post full moon? I feel it was actually quite a heavy full moon. We'll talk about that in a second. Collective for those who click onto this video, and we're going to start this now. I'm not going to wait any longer. Hi Kiki, how are you? So let's do this at 3 minutes. I'm just going to shuffle all the cards so they're ready. I think it's like 5:30 in the morning, New York Eastern Standard Time anyway. It is 5:30 p.m. where I am. It's a brilliant time for me to go live, but unfortunately it's not so much for the US. This is a live collective, but it will be on the live section of my channel, so hopefully lots of other people see it after it's aired. Thank you. Okay, so around 3 minutes 5 seconds, we've got the daily collective. So this full moon in Aquarius that just happened, I think as it happened, I actually didn't feel the enormity of it until after the fact. So 2-3 days, this full moon is going to be, like I said before, up to 7 days to 2 weeks, like the full effect of it. It was in Aquarius, it is emotional. There's clarity possibly coming in, or there's some clarity that's happened that's caused some sort of emotional upset after the moon, not actually on. I mean, it could have been on the full moon for some. Perhaps the clarity that came about on the full moon, though, caused like emotional disruption after it. So I'm still feeling this energy. It was a really hard day for me today in regards to my emotions and how I was trying to see clearly, and it was really super hard. So know that this is going to happen. Know, guys, that you are not alone. This is normal. This is a normal process for any full moon, but this one being in Aquarius, and which brings like clarity on your dreams, right? The star card is Aquarian energy. So perhaps you're rethinking something, or realize that you can't actually want or need to or want to put the time and energy into particular something you thought was a goal in the past. 111 on the screen. Let's have a look at the main energy. We have the 9 of air. Yes. I don't want to say yes, but yes. The need to rest around this time, the need to really pull back your energy and really take care of yourself, emotional, body, mind. If you can take some time off, take some time off or be on your own. It's an amazing week. Actually, it's a really lucky week astrologically. So go ahead and buy a lottery ticket, guys, okay? But, we're talking about this post full moon. So 9 of air is the 9 of swords in the Rider-Waite Smith. Let's see what's at the bottom of the Knight of Swords. Perhaps some information came in or has, been shown to you. And the 9 of air is, though, it is a minor arcana. So it can be like expecting the worst, you know, self-fulfilling prophecies, self-sabotage in your mind, or how you, you know, how you process information. Say you get a piece of information or have done over the full moon, you may be exasperating it on a mental level. So just be careful that you are not doing that. So that's 9 of air energy, and we'll clarify each of these cards. Okay. What else do we have here, Spirit? 7 of fire. So 7 of Wands energy. Defending your right to something, possibly fighting against how you're feeling on an emotional level, or what you're thinking, with that Aquarius energy being in, you know, your dreams and hopes and wishes, like fighting against something. Perhaps you're trying to fight to make something work, or a relationship with someone. Also, like, you may be trying to defend your beliefs to particular people, or defend the decision that you've decided to make moving forward. I just want to say with this, stand your ground, okay? Choose your battles wisely. Like, don't go into anything half cut, not knowing the full information, or not having your ducks in a row. Okay, what else do we have here? The 5 of fire. Yeah, 5 of Wands. So this is like very like fight or flight energy here. Do I stand up for what I believe in? Do I continue the fight, or do I retreat into my mental and try and figure out how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, and how that's affecting my mental, how my mental's affecting my emotions. So it's almost like, sort of, be very careful on, you're very passionate about, possibly there's some anger here. We do have a lot of fire. We have had that Mars energy as well, which has caused some sort of disruption just before that full moon. So just be very careful that you're, you know, whatever you're wanting to relay across, especially if it's like a work colleague, a boss, a partner, just make sure you're coming at it from a kind, compassionate, loving energy, more so than defensive energy, because defensiveness is a sign of weakness. That shows us that we're trying to put up that protective barrier, that there's something within ourselves that we're fearful of. Okay, so let's pull out 3 more cards. Okay, so we have the 4 of Pentacles. Perhaps you're holding on too tight, and I feel that if you are holding on too tight to a person or situation, you actually know that you're doing this. I don't think it's like subconscious somewhere. I think you're very aware. There's a very much so like an energy of being completely aware right now what energy you're in, being completely aware that you are holding on too tightly. And if we hold on too tightly to something, it can tell the universe that, like, that lack of mentality, right? Because then the 5 of Pentacles comes out, so you're just going to get back what you're trying to necessarily hold on to. Perhaps you're not supposed to hold on to it anymore. Okay, so this is about being, possibly also a little bit too frivolous with money right now. Just be careful with your financial situation. Make sure that you're making good business decisions or financial decisions. What else do we have? I'm going to clarify this for, oh no, I'm not, I'm going to keep going. Okay, King of Air. So the King of Air is information. It's an air sign. Sag, I want to say Sag. So Sag, Aries, Leo. We've got a lot of fire energy here. We also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is about speaking your mind with confidence. Okay, letting that difficult energy of resentment or trying to stand up for your beliefs and show people that, you know, who you're made of, type of thing. This is about being sort of like, in a way, quite strategic. Speaking your mind with confidence will show that you are not afraid to say what you have to say, but with confidence, and I want to say, and kindness, and just caution. All right. Maybe some of you need to seek professional advice about particular something, especially if it's got to do with finances. There's a need to balance here. The King of Swords really does balance his emotional and his mental. So there's a lot of this balance of emotional and mental. And I got this, and I've been going through this particular energy as well. So, you know, not all what we think about actually comes to fruition. We don't want to create a reality we don't want either. So just be careful how you're manifesting. Be careful what you're thinking. If you need some time out, that's that Virgo Hermit energy. You've also been like, even if you don't feel confident or don't feel like you feel defensive, there's a need to just like Be very aware of your thoughts and your speech at this time and how you're delivering messages, how you're coming across to colleagues, your peers, your bosses, okay? And this is someone who's very strategic with their words. So Spirit is asking you to sort of like war, peace and not war type of energy right now, okay? Because I don't think that war energy will get us anywhere. It will just sort of like put us more in that, uh, I can't move out of my situation energy. No one understands me. I don't even understand myself. There's a really need to get out of your mind with the Nine of Air. Right. Then we have the Page of Fire. So I feel this is really tricky energy, all right? I think it's really tricky energy. I don't think it's the easiest energy to work with at this time. You may come across something exciting though. Page of Wands is exciting, it's adventurous, it's going on a new adventure. This could be on a mental level, this being on the diagonal to the Nine of Air as well. So turn your thoughts, instead of like worrying about and expecting the worst of things, it's like see what you can create out of it, or what you can replace something you're possibly releasing with something new, something exciting, something passionate, okay? And use your individuality here. The Page of Wands is very individual, and he's a risk taker in some sort of way. He's a dreamer, he's an adventurer, so Spirit's asking you to dream big right now. And that full moon is actually at the back there. There's a dragon there, if you can see that as well. So this is magical things, dreaming the world into being type of energy. Again, it's fire energy. So we have a lot of fire here. We also have a little bit of air. So let's clarify this energy, okay? It isn't the easiest energy to transfer through, right? Post full moon, of course, Mercury's gone direct. So we're in that middle ground of releasing something and then bringing something in immediately. And it doesn't have to be immediate, guys. You don't have to bring it in like straight away. It doesn't have to be, and you don't have to be down on yourself if you haven't brought something in immediately, all right? You can take your time with this as long as you think positively. And like I was going to say before, the Nine of Air is a minor arcana. It's not like, it's something you can release yourself from. You can get to the 10 where you completely shut down any negative thought patterns or beliefs or behaviors that you have possibly done. And you can close that out then, moving forward into more clarity with the Ace of Swords again to start a new cycle on a different way and different timeline. So obviously got to do with your soul's journey and your learning. Let's have a look and see what is here for this Nine of Air. 3 cards, please, Spirit. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Okay, Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Okay, possibly some of you have got, okay, this is so weird because this has literally just happened to me. So, literally yesterday. So, some of you may got some information that you're worried about concerning your job. Perhaps you've got a new opportunity or an offer and you're just not feeling like you just want to rest. You just want to sleep. You don't want to have to deal with anything, whether it's a promotion or a good opportunity coming your way. So there's a need to really put some focus back on yourself, and these work commitments or something will wait, okay? You don't have to rush into anything. That opportunity will still be there, okay? Also, this is like another way of looking at this. You could get some information that you're worried whether you can succeed at this new beginning, that you can actually do this project or something that's been put in front of you. Well, I'm here to tell you, and Spirit is that you absolutely can. You just have to have more faith and belief in yourself, and look at it like, say if you're needing to go and do a project for your boss, instead of worrying that you're not going to be able to do it, see it as like an exciting adventure. So if this is about a different way of viewing it, right? Right, let's see why the Seven of Wands is here. This defensive energy. Why is the defensive energy? Nine of Swords. Eight of Wands. Perhaps things are moving like super fast. Maybe you want something to slow down. I was in the kitchen today at work and I heard that song Slow It Down by Benson Boone. It's that type of energy, like you don't want things to move too fast. You're worried that if they move too fast that the momentum, like things will gain momentum way too fast for you to sort of keep up with. So again, more trust and belief in yourself that you can do something. There's something very much here about career, work related things. Okay. There's a need to put the sword down. I'm going to say with this King of Air. Um, I'm also seeing like chameleon spirit. So the chameleon spirit is that act as if. So if you don't feel confident right now, and I know it's been really super hard with the full moon and the Mercury being in retrograde, and then you've got, what else did we have? We had something else, didn't we? We had the Lionsgate portal, which is a bit of a paradox in itself, like bringing something in, manifesting the next day, releasing something. You'd think it would be the other way around. So there's a lot of energy disruption right now is what I'm trying to say. And you may just be like standing there like trying to defend your own energy from any more sort of like disruptions from astrologically, so to speak. It's almost like you really want to slow something down. So slow it down, okay? And if you have something or a new opportunity coming in, it's almost this feeling of like you're really feeling outside the loop here, feeling very different, feeling like, why is everyone's life going just so normal? So and yours is out of control. There's an out of control energy here. Definitely an out of control competition energy, like defensive energy, like, but also not wanting to release something. Perhaps you didn't want to release something around the full moon and you know you have to, and that's where the worry is as well. Right, let's just pull one more card on that. And the Eight of Wands is things happening fast. It is an August energy. Perhaps you're also, you know, if we want to go really baseline tarot here, you could be hearing something on social media that someone said, or people are saying things about you and you're wanting to defend yourself, and there's other people involved, or there's like fair weather friends, I would say. Okay, so just be aware of that, and again, shut that down and move back into your own energy. And just like, if you have to have a cry, we've got the Nine of Swords here twice. I had a cry this morning. It was good. It was good. I probably need to have another one or two, but it was good. And that's like that full moon energy. So don't discount this energy that's there, right? It's there. It's there for a reason. It's there for to support us to release. And you know, when you've cried or when you've released in that way, or screamed at the universe, or you know, prayed and cried while you've been doing that, it's sort of like it's a really strong, it's a very strong energy to put out to your spirit guides, because your guides don't want to see you like that, and they will bring you answers and they will bring you signs. Okay, so now we have the Four of Cups. Perhaps there's something coming in that you don't want, and you're like, so it's funny, we've got a couple of things going on here. It could be for you, either one or the other. We've got like there's something coming in that you don't want, like an offer of work, and you're like, no, I'm not interested in that, or I want it but I want more hours. And then we've got like another thing here where you're getting offers but you're not ready, or you're just feeling that things are too fast here. Okay, why is the Five of Fire here? Conflict with others, being very careful with your words, making sure that you are balanced, staying out of conflict. Four of Pentacles again. So that is a really strong, so strong, like 2 Nine of Swords, 2 Four of Pentacles. This is like, I don't want something to end, or I don't want something to be this way. There's a real out of control or loss of hope here energy. I want to say, if you want to keep, like, if you keeping to yourself, keep to yourself. If you're around others, seek those out who are going to support your emotional health right now, okay? Because I do feel, we've only had one major here, I do feel that something needs to be released. Or maybe you're worrying for nothing and you actually don't have to release it. So, or you don't have to cling so tightly to it because you already have it. I hope this is making sense. Okay, so this is conflict within you. cards, please. Conflict within yourself. That you don't want this tower in reverse. There's something massive changing. It's really worrying you. And you're just wanting things to remain the same. Four of Pentacles. You're not wanting the change. You don't want change. And if you do want to accept change, you don't want it to come in so fast, or you need time. There's a time required here to process some sort of information, or an ending, or a change within whatever that is for you. Okay. All right. For me, it's in relationships. For you, it may be in career. So where does this fit into your life? If this is making sense for you in regards to love, for example, then that's where this reading will fit for you. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Eight of Cups. So there's a deep inner conflict and a real strong worry about, should I stay or should I go? Okay, look at this. The 4 and the 8. Should I stay in the status quo or should I walk away? Now, this is the only card here that has an eclipse energy on it, is September energy. And I do feel by the time September arrives, or even just into November, because I think the eclipse, like the last eclipse, is 2 in September. They're both in Virgo, so this may hit Virgos quite strongly. But between September and this Scorpio season, with the Tower being here at the end of November, I do feel that you'll make up your mind. And I do feel part of that making up your mind is in this next row. So let's have a look at that. What is the collective holding on too tightly that they need to release, possibly, or they just need to make a decision? King of Cups, possibly a masculine energy or someone you really, really love. Could be a Sag. That Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Like you're holding on too tightly, possibly to a person. And by that clinginess or neediness towards them in a crazy way, and I know it's crazy, it makes them sort of like want to move away. So you're possibly releasing or letting go of a person that you love for now. I want to say for now, okay? Perhaps this is just not the right timing, or you have new opportunities to explore. So there is something that you're really, or on the opposite level, you're really keeping to a goal that you had. You're really hoping that things work out with the person that you're interested in or that you're with, and you want things to be good, and they could get a lot better from eclipse season moving forward into the end of the year. So Spirit's basically asking you here, what is it that you're holding on tightly to? Because whatever you're holding on tightly to, you either need to release it or you need to go the distance with it. My friend at work, she gave me this, well, she was going to give me this pen. I said no, but I think I might take it tomorrow. I was like, can I have that pen you offered me? But she said, do you want this pen? It's really nice. And it was red. And it said, follow your heart on it. And I nearly burst into tears at that second. I didn't. I burst into tears like maybe 5-10 minutes later instead. Because it was like a sign. So Spirit will show you what signs you need to follow that star, to follow that dream, to follow your heart, to follow what your heart desires, and to be open and to new opportunities as well, saying that, okay? So why is the King of Air here? This discerning, confident, mature way of thinking, way of speaking, way of communicating, balancing your mental. This is what's coming in, and your emotional considerations. Like you're balancing both things out. And there's the Justice card, just as I said that. 2 more cards, please. Libra energy. You've got Aquarius here, Taurus, Scorpio. So you could be dealing with the Libra. This is on the King of Air, very Libra energy. This is definitely needing to understand it, the need to understand how committed you have to be to working on your emotional and mental health, all right now at this time, because perhaps you're carrying way too much, guys. Perhaps you're carrying too much. Perhaps things are so much of a burden, and it's really, really hard right now. And Spirit's saying, on a practical level, you need to just like really stick to your priorities right now, know what you need to do, and with the rest of the time, at this point in time, after this moon, just get the rest you need. Empty your mind, try not to worry about anything, don't take any new opportunities if you don't feel it's time. Try and work on like mindful meditation while you're really clearing your mind of any thought. It's hard to do. It took me about 2 or 3 years to practice doing that. Look at what you are hanging on too tightly and what you need to possibly release. And if you're not sure, or you're not sure how to go about doing that, between now September and the end of the year, Spirit will show you how. So keep praying. If you really have a dream, especially about a person, and you really want to be with this person and you really want to make things work, especially if you're in a long-term relationship, the opportunity is there to keep going forward and going the distance, okay? And like the most important thing, if from what I've just said, is to balance your mental and emotional at the moment, because it is just too much. I think there's just too much burden on one's mind here. Too much burden. There's so much going on, I feel, with this energy. And this needs, look at that. And you do have the strength. And Spirit is trying to give you the spiritual strength to like really end a way of thinking, put a burden down. Some of you guys really need a holiday, okay? As I said, that the Fool. So the Fool and the Page of Fire are both Aries energy. That's at the bottom of the deck. And Spirit is saying, you know, there's a new you in town very soon. You don't have to create this new you, this new person, this new page, this new... I haven't wrote on this piece of paper yet, okay? I'm going to start a new chapter, a new book, a new way of living, thinking, doing things, prioritize things that are only in my best interest, be around people that are only in my best interest, take offers and opportunity with a very clear mental, like, knowing exactly what it is I need to do, taking new opportunities, traveling, going on a trip, okay? So let's see what else we have, and then that is today's collective. Like I said, I want to try and get this to you every night, my time, every morning your time. So try tune in, probably about the same time tomorrow. So Page of Fire, we have Knight of Cups. Possibly there's an Aries coming in towards you. For some of you, King of Swords again, okay? Perhaps you're coming in towards the person and really saying how you feel here. Could be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius sign. And then more air energy. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to work on thinking positively. There's a lot of negative thought pattern going on in this reading. And, you know, I am right here with this reading. I know this. I've been doing this for the past 3-4 days. It's very hard once you're thinking on a certain wavelength to alter that course and think positively, because your emotions also get involved. And then you cry and then you get tired. And then you sleep and you wake up with a clear mind until you start thinking again. So it's really, really important to really think and really support this mental by asking Spirit. If you're finding it really hard right now, guys, especially on a mental level, just ask Spirit to really help you put more adventurous spirit into your soul, spirit and mind. Think more positively and, you know, avoid all conflict with anyone at all costs right now, team. It's not going to support you, or anyone that's not going to support you. There is a new road coming up. I think in the next, I'm going to say 3 to 6 weeks, you're really going to get more clarity on what this means for you. Things are going to be shown. Things are going to be more clear. Look at this. We've got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the moon. You've got the Five of Cups, getting over a difficult situation, especially on an emotional level. We've got that moving on. That's end of October to November energy. And the Magician. knowing that you can accomplish anything, right? Knowing that you can do anything you set your heart to, your mind to. So yes, it's hard energy. I'm going to do a collective tomorrow again, so please tune in. This is not a free reading, okay? So you'll get used to this. So when I'm at work, I'll do these collectives. When I'm at home, I'll do my normal 2.5 hour live, but it will be in the PM, not in the AM, okay? So yeah, and I hope that you enjoyed that. I will put it I will put it I will put the what do you call it, the timestamp, that's it, in the description. So yeah, hard week, I think, hard days right now, especially on an emotional and mental level. You can do it, you can get there. Be kind to yourself, get the rest you need. Don't overthink things right now. You've got 2 overthinking cards, a 10 of Swords and 8 of Swords. This is like Tower in reverse. It's like, I don't want this to happen. Why is it so? It doesn't have to happen right now. Okay, you can slow this time frame down. You can do it in your own time. So do that, and be kind to yourself. Bye.